In the vibrant town of Onitsha, where business never slept and ambition lived in every street corner, there was a young man named Chukwudi Okeke. Chukwudi was not born into wealth, but he carried something greater: determination. He worked tirelessly as a trader in electronics at the busy Onitsha main market, saving every naira he could. Life had not been kind to him growing up. After losing his father at a young age, Chukwudi learned early that survival depended on hustle. He served as an apprentice under a strict trader who believed in discipline more than comfort. For years, Chukwudi endured insults, long hours, and little rest, but he never complained. It is only for a while, he would tell himself. One day, I will stand on my own. That day finally came when he completed his apprenticeship and was settled with a small capital. While others rushed to spend their money on flashy lifestyles, Chukwudi remained focused. He reinvested every profit, slowly building his name in the markets. Then came the evening that would change his life. At a church youth program, he met Ifunanya Eze, a young lady whose beauty was only rivaled by her intelligence. She spoke with confidence, carried herself with grace, and had dreams bigger than her circumstances. When she shared that she had gained admission into the University of Nigeria, Nsukka, but lacked the means to fund her education, something stirred deeply in Chukwudi. He saw not just a girl, but a future. I will sponsor you, he said firmly one evening. You deserve a chance. From that moment, Chukwudi became her backbone. He paid her school fees without delay, sent upkeep money, bought her books, and even ensured she lived comfortably. Many nights, he went to bed hungry just to make sure she lacked nothing. Their relationship blossomed. They spoke for hours on the phone. They prayed together. They planned their future, talking about marriage, children, and building a home filled with love and respect. But distance has a way of testing even the strongest bonds. At Nsukka, Ifunanya entered a different world. A world where appearances mattered, where wealth commanded attention, and where struggling quietly was seen as weakness. Her roommates laughed at her modest clothes. Her classmates flaunted expensive gadgets. Slowly, insecurity crept in. Is this really the life I want? She began to wonder. Then came Chief Emeka Nwafo. He arrived like a storm, loud, powerful, impossible to ignore. His presence turned heads. His money commanded respect. He was everything Chukwudi was not, at least on the surface. When he noticed Ifunanya, he pursued her relentlessly. At first, she resisted. I'm in a relationship, she would say. But Chief Emeka only laughed. Relationship? He scoffed. Can love pay your bills? Can it give you the life you deserve? Then came the gifts. A brand new phone, designer clothes, stacks of cash, weekend getaways. The line between loyalty and temptation began to blur. Soon, Ifunanya found herself living two lives, one with Chukwudi, built on sacrifice, and another with Chief Emeka, built on luxury. Eventually, the truth became unavoidable. She chose wealth. The message she sent to Chukwudi shattered everything they had built. For days, Chukwudi moved like a shadow of himself. He stopped eating. He avoided people. The market that once gave him joy now felt empty. But pain, when handled correctly, can become power. One night, after hours of silent reflection, he stood up and said to himself, I will not let this break me. I will let it build me. That decision marked the beginning of a new Chukwudi. He became more aggressive in business. He traveled to Lagos, where he connected with importers and learned international trade. He faced losses, huge ones, but refused to quit. There were days he slept in warehouses. Days he was cheated. Days everything seemed to fall apart. But he kept going. Years passed and slowly, success began to answer his persistence. His small shop turned into multiple stores. His stores turned into a distribution network. His network turned into a company. Then companies. Chukwudi became a name people respected. Not just for his wealth but for his discipline and integrity. Meanwhile, Ifunanya's life told a different story. Her marriage to Chief Emeka was filled with luxury, but lacked peace. He was controlling, often unfaithful, and emotionally distant. The same money that attracted her now became the chain that bound her. She had everything except happiness. Often, late at night, she would scroll through old messages from Chukwudi, tears quietly falling down her cheeks. I traded gold for glitter, she would whisper. Years later, at a prestigious business event in Lagos, destiny brought them together again. Chukwudi arrived in a convoy. Not to show off, but because that had become his reality. Ifunanya saw him, and her heart sank. This was not the man she left. This was someone greater, stronger, untouchable. Gathering courage, she approached him. Chukwudi, please, can we talk? He looked at her, really looked this time. Not with pain, not with anger, just clarity. They sat down. I made a mistake, she said, tears forming. I was young, I was foolish, I didn't understand what I had. Chukwudi listened quietly. I suffered, she continued. I regret everything. If I could go back. But you can't, Chukwudi said gently. Silence fell between them. I forgave you a long time ago, he added. Not for you, but for myself. Her tears flowed freely now. Can we try again? She whispered. Chukwudi smiled softly, but shook his head. Some doors, once closed, are not meant to be opened again. He stood up. You taught me something valuable, he said. And for that, I thank you. Then he walked away, not as a man running from pain, but as one who had conquered it. Months later, news spread that Chukwudi got married to a woman who loved him before his success, who stood by him, and who understood the value of loyalty. As for Ifunanya, she chose a quieter life, one of reflection, growth, and lessons learned the hard way. Final moral lessons. Loyalty is more valuable than luxury. True love is proven in sacrifice, not comfort. Not every loss is a loss, some are redirections to greatness. Success is the best response to betrayal.